So let's talk about how we can prepare for an interview. So in the corporate world, recently we've seen many changes that have been encouraged through the Western culture. And today we can talk about some of them that we can notice, highlight, observe, and imply and make changes. So according to me, the first and the basic most instruction that I would like everyone to follow is to research about the company. So an interviewer has an X amount of people who come every day, tell the same things, introduce in the same way, and encourage and somehow convince the interviewer to follow leads, right? So why don't you research about the company, tell the interviewer what you've learned just to make an impression? The interviewer will also feel happy that you know a little about the company and you're interested to work there, right? So next, I believe it is very important to review the job description. You should know what you're trying to convince the other person, the interviewer, for. Until and unless you don't know what you're implying for, you won't be able to prepare well and crack the interview. Moving forward, what we have observed in our day-to-day lives is people have started wearing casual clothes and funny clothes to interview. So, according to color schemes, there are some certain colors that you can wear in your interview. I would like to categorize them as conservative colors. You should always try and wear something formally black, gray, or blue for the interview just to look decent and give it a formal review. You should avoid very bright colors, and you must also not follow up with bold patterns of stars and XYZ things on your clothes. These days, it is also observed that people have forgotten and they do not know the basic ethics. We've seen so many people in everyday life that do not iron their clothes. It is very important to be well dressed, and you should know what you're wearing to the interview. Styles have changed, fashion is, coming and going, and people wear anything to the interviews. Like I mentioned about the colors, it is also appreciated if you wear well fitted clothes. Too revealing clothes or anything too baggy is not advisable for interviews. You must also follow minimal accessories with yourself while going for an interview, as it doesn't look distracting and the person seems to be focused. Next, I would like to suggest that a person should be courteous. You should greet properly. The interviewer may or may not be in a good mood. He or she has so many people to deal with in one day. Why don't you just go with a smile, respond and ask questions properly, greet him or her? We must also avoid using slangs. If I speak English as an Indian, I should follow either British English or the Indian slang that we're used to. Using fake slangs or using a slang that you do not usually follow is not advisable. It is never bad to ask for a follow-up. You must, or in case if you're keen or interested for the job, you can send an email to the interviewer in regards to your application status and if you're shortlisted for further interviews or not. Thank you.